A South African learner can score among the highest marks in the country, win national awards, and still be preparing for a future that may not exist in the same form by the time they graduate. That is the quiet shock shaping classrooms right now. Brilliance is no longer the guarantee it once was. Careers once seen as permanent pillars, doctor, engineer, accountant, are being reshaped by technology, global competition, and social pressure. If this kind of deep, forward-looking storytelling matters to you, make sure you subscribe now and stay with this video to the very end, because the real revelation comes much later. At the surface, South Africa's top learners look familiar. They are disciplined, focused, often sacrificing sleep and social life to chase excellence. Teachers praise them, families celebrate them, and communities point to them as proof that the future is secure. But beneath that familiar picture is a new reality. Being top of the class today requires more than intelligence. It demands awareness. The world they are stepping into is unstable, fast-moving, and unforgiving to those who prepare only for yesterday's version of success. That shift is subtle, but it is decisive. For many of these learners, medicine remains the ultimate destination. The white coat still symbolizes respect, stability, and service. In a country marked by inequality and stretched healthcare systems, becoming a doctor feels like both a noble calling and a practical choice. The image is powerful, saving lives, supporting families, and securing a steady income. Yet behind that dream is a tougher truth. Medical training is longer, more expensive, and more competitive than ever, while healthcare systems globally are under pressure from burnout, funding limits, and rapid technological change. The dream survives, but the journey has become heavier. Engineering attracts a different kind of ambition. These learners imagine themselves designing bridges, power systems, water infrastructure, and digital networks that can transform South Africa's future. Engineering feels concrete, logical, and future-facing, but the field itself is changing shape. Traditional engineering roles are now merging with data science, automation, and artificial intelligence. The top engineering learners are no longer just mastering formulas. They are learning to think in systems, to adapt, and to collaborate across disciplines. The profession is expanding, but only for those ready to evolve with it. Accounting, once seen as the safest professional route, is also undergoing a quiet revolution. For decades, it promised structure, predictability, and global mobility. Today's top accounting learners are discovering that routine number crunching is being absorbed by software. What remains valuable is judgment, ethics, and strategic thinking. The profession is not disappearing, but it is thinning at the middle. Those who rely only on technical rules may struggle, while those who understand business, technology, and human decision-making are finding new opportunities opening up. What often goes unspoken is the pressure these learners carry. In many South African households, a top learner is not just an individual success, but a collective investment. Entire families rearrange their hopes around one child's potential. That pressure sharpens focus, but it also narrows freedom. Career choices are rarely neutral. They are weighed against expectations, sacrifices, and unspoken debts. For some learners, the future feels chosen before they fully understand it. Ironically, South Africa's challenges also create a hidden advantage. Learning under constraint builds resilience. Studying with limited resources, unreliable infrastructure, and intense competition forces learners to problem-solve early. Many top learners develop adaptability before they ever hear the word used in a career talk. This ability to navigate uncertainty becomes one of their strongest assets later in life, even if it is rarely recognized in certificates or transcripts. Communication and social intelligence are emerging as quiet separators. Two learners may graduate with the same marks, But the one who can explain ideas clearly, work across cultures, and lead under pressure often advances faster. These skills are rarely tested in exams, yet they shape real careers. The future rewards those who can translate knowledge into action, especially in complex environments like healthcare systems, engineering projects, and financial decision-making. By this point, if you are finding yourself rethinking what success really means for top learners in South Africa, this is the right moment to subscribe and keep watching. The next part of this story challenges some of the most common assumptions parents, teachers, and learners themselves still hold. One of the most overlooked divides among top learners is exposure. Talent may be evenly distributed, but access is not. Some learners meet professionals early, attend career workshops, and build networks before university. Others only discover how the system works after costly mistakes. The difference is not intelligence, it is information. This gap quietly shapes outcomes long after school results are forgotten. Many top learners also believe they must choose between global opportunities and local impact. The idea that leaving South Africa equals success, while staying means settling, still lingers. Yet a growing number of high achievers are navigating hybrid paths, gaining global skills while solving local problems. Technology has blurred borders, but purpose still anchors people. The future does not demand a single direction, it demands clarity. A common mistake among high achievers is chasing careers perceived as safe. Safety once meant predictability, but today it often means vulnerability. Fields that resist change tend to be disrupted fastest. Learners who lock themselves into narrow definitions of success may find fewer options later, not more. Flexibility has become a form of security, even if it feels uncomfortable at first. Technology, often blamed as a threat, is actually acting as a filter. It removes routine work and exposes gaps in thinking. For top learners, this creates pressure but also possibility. Those who understand how to work with technology, rather than against it, are discovering new roles that did not exist a decade ago. The challenge is not competition with machines, but relevance alongside them. Universities are struggling to keep pace with these changes. Many top learners arrive on campus expecting clear pathways, only to find outdated curricula and limited guidance. The real learning often begins outside lecture halls, through internships, side projects, and informal mentorships. This gap between education and reality can be disorienting, especially for those who have always followed structured systems. Mentorship itself remains underused. Many learners believe they must figure everything out alone, equating independence with strength. In reality, one informed conversation can save years of misdirection. Guidance does not weaken ambition, it sharpens it. Those who seek perspective early often make bolder, wiser decisions later. Resilience may be South Africa's most underestimated export. Top learners who succeed despite systemic obstacles develop endurance that cannot be taught easily elsewhere. Long commutes, power cuts, financial uncertainty, and crowded classrooms quietly build mental toughness. This resilience becomes visible later, especially in high-pressure professional environments. Ethics is another dimension rising in importance. In medicine, engineering, and accounting, trust is currency. Technical brilliance without integrity collapses quickly. Learners entering these fields are realizing that reputation, once damaged, travels faster than any qualification. The future belongs to professionals who combine competence with credibility. As the traditional markers of success begin to blur, many top learners are redefining what achievement means. Titles still matter, but fulfillment and impact are gaining weight. A growing number are asking deeper questions about contribution, balance, and long-term meaning. This shift does not reject ambition, it refines it. Perhaps the most unsettling reality is that some of the most important future roles do not yet have names. They will sit at the intersections of health, technology, finance, and society. The learners best prepared for them are not those with fixed plans, but those with transferable skills and adaptive thinking. Preparation is no longer about certainty, it is about readiness. In the end, every top learner faces the same question, whether spoken or silent. Who do you become when the plan changes? Marks open doors, but mindset determines how long they stay open. If this exploration of South Africa's top learners and their uncertain, demanding future has challenged your thinking, subscribe, share your thoughts, and watch to the end. More conversations like this are coming.